Gobo English podcast. Hey learner, it's Gobo and welcome back to the Gobo English podcast, where we speak better and live better. Today's topic is one that I know very well because I've lived it. Why it is so hard to say no. Now, let me start by telling you a little story about me. In my previous workplace, I sometimes found it hard to say no. I wanted to help everyone, to take on every task, and to never disappoint anyone. But, after a while, I realized I was not happy. I felt stressed, exhausted, and sometimes like a doormat. A doormat is someone who lets people walk all over them and they let them take advantage of them. I realized that saying yes to everything was actually hurting me. I was burning out, losing my energy, and even my confidence. So, today I want to share what I have learned. How to say no politely and firmly. Now, this could be at work, with friends, and with acquaintances. Acquaintances are people that you don't really know that well. So, if you've ever felt nervous about saying no, or maybe you felt like you were letting people down, this episode is just for you. I'll also give tips and phrases to make it easier for you. So, grab your tea, get comfortable, and let's get started. Why saying no feels hard? Now, saying no can feel very uncomfortable for some of us. Why? Because some of us don't want to upset people. We are also afraid people will think that we are rude, lazy, or even unhelpful. And many of us just like to feel needed. But here's the truth. Saying no is not rude. It's a way to protect your time, your energy, and even your mental health. Think about it. If you said yes to everything, you'd be exhausted, stressed, and even resentful. And that's exactly what happened to me in the past. Saying no in a firm, polite way is a useful skill that unfortunately not many of us have. Saying no at work. Work is often the hardest place to say no. You want to help, but you also need to protect your time and your energy. So here are 3 professional and polite ways to say no at work. I will say the expression twice. Please repeat after me. 1. I can't right now. I can't right now. For example, I can't take on this project right now. I have too much on my plate. Too much on your plate means you have too many things to do. 2. I'm a bit full at the moment. I'm a bit full at the moment. For example, I'm a bit full at the moment. Can we look at this later? 3. Let's do this another time. Let's do this another time. Here's my tip. Add a friendly reason if possible, because people appreciate honesty and clarity. Saying no to friends. Now, this one can be very tricky. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but you also need to set boundaries. Here are 3 useful ways to say no to friends. 1. I'd love to, but I can't right now. I'd love to, but I can't right now. For example, I'd love to join you for dinner, but I can't this week. I've got too much on my plate. Next, I'm going to have to pass at this time. I'm going to have to pass at this time. This is a polite way to say no because it implies regret. And when you add at this time, it narrows the refusal to the present moment. Next. Maybe another time. Maybe another time. For example, I can't make it today, but maybe we can meet another time. Here's my tip. All of these expressions are polite because they imply regret. But when you suggest another time, it narrows the refusal to the present moment, so the speaker might reconsider later. Sometimes acquaintances or people that you don't really know that well will ask for favors. So saying no politely is very important here. Here are useful expressions that you can use. 1. I'm afraid I can't help with that. I'm afraid I can't help with that. In this context, I'm afraid does not mean I'm scared. It simply means I regret that I cannot help you. Next. Unfortunately, I'm not available right now. Unfortunately, I'm not available right now. Next. I have to decline. I have to decline. For example, I'm afraid I have to decline. Thank you for your understanding. Here's my tip. With acquaintances, you can keep it short and polite. You don't owe them a long explanation. The most important thing here is to practice. Start small. For example, at work, politely say no to a task that you cannot do. With friends, politely decline one casual invitation that you are not able to go to. Or with acquaintances, just say no to a minor, small favor. Remember, your time and energy are valuable, so saying no does not make you rude or impolite. Try this mindset. I can help, but I also need to help myself first. Here's my advice to you. Saying no is not easy, but it gets easier the more you practice. Just remember to be polite, be firm, and to protect your time and energy. And remember that you don't have to feel guilty for taking care of yourself. Saying no is healthy and completely okay. Well, that's it from me today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's learning English. And remember, keep going, you're doing great. And until next time, have a good one.